Hey everybody, Aaron Carlson here from Around the Reel. Just want to reach out to each and every one of you to make sure you click over to anchor.fm/CCC Entertainment Group. There's a little metric tool there that you can click on to support our podcast. It would really help us out and keep our production company rolling so we can put out the best content possible and also build budgets to these new movies that should be filming and coming out in 2021. That is, of course, if this fucking pandemic will ever fucking stop. So reach out to us there and support our podcast. We'd really, really appreciate anything you can do in these tough times. And as well as that, you guys keep thinking hard because you're thinking anyway.
Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hanna. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My friend.
You guys can hit record whenever you want. I've recorded this entire thing, even my ass on the screen when I was getting into the closet.
I don't want to see your ass.
Well, yeah, there's not much to see.
That's true.
I'm good to go.
As big as I am, there is no butt.
Need some 3D glasses for that shit. All right. Well, we made it through Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Did we?
I don't know.
Well,
It's
let's
over.
hope it's over.
Wait. Well, yeah, because this is coming out next week sometime, right?
Yeah.
Sometime next week. Yeah.
So
He's wearing a Merry Christmas shirt.
well, actually, I'm wearing my Griswold shirt because of all the
You'll have
puppets.
You'll have to crouch a little bit so it doesn't say Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'll say Happy Halloween. I don't care.
Or you can edit the shirt afterwards so it says Happy New Year or something.
And Aaron, we can't see your Def Leppard, so
Well, love bites.
here.
Love bleeds.
Okay, Def Leppard.
What do you want to show? Do you want to show off his nipples or his eyes?
Do you want me to show off something else?
No.
A bit of
No.
both.
All I gotta do is stand up and get real
Yeah.
close to the camera.
Real close.
Welcome to Around the Reel, everybody. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Yay, there's our show, and we got ourselves
Otto.
Otto Nilsson with us
Yeah.
today. Where are you from there, Otto? Where are you at, buddy?
Thank you. I'm in Stockholm, Sweden.
Man. And this
Yeah.
shit's
Wi-Fi.
working. Yeah. I love how technology works.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
Pretty cool.
It's fucking crazy cool how it
Yeah.
can do this. I don't
on
know.
The other side of the globe, and still, it's good morning to you, but it's 8 p.m. for me. So
All right. All right. So
Yeah.
your Christmas has been over.
yeah, and we celebrate a day earlier than you. You celebrate on Christmas Day. We celebrate on Christmas Eve.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Then the idea is to sleep in on Christmas.
That's badass.
Is that the idea?
I don't know.
Oh okay.
That is badass. Man.
All I know is I'm a grandparent.
Yes, you
Okay?
are. You look like
No,
one. too.
shut up. But I'm a grandparent. And my wife on Christmas Eve was like, you know what? I'm so excited we're not going to be up till midnight doing the stocking stuffers. Nope, we were not up till midnight. We were up till fucking 1 a.m.
Well, let's.
doing everything that we always have done over the last 20 years.
And you thought you were getting out of it?
Yeah, and Sam was up until 6 in the morning one
I
day.
thought she was up till today.
Yeah, she was 6 in the morning. I
Just
woke
about.
up. I woke up to do the old man pee. And this woman is still up fixing fucking stockings at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm so glad you were there to help her,
Someone
too.
has to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, he was just dead sleep.
Dude, I fucking asked. I'm like, you need anything before I laid down? It was like 11:30. And she was like, no, I got this. And then,
I do. I might not get done till 6 in the morning, but I got it.
I know. She did better. Anyway, Otto,
Yeah.
welcome to our show. I'm so happy you're here.
you.
Dude, you're a composer. Otto makes music for movies, guys.
Yeah.
And I
We
love
did
that.
the music for Thieves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian
Brian.
Wing's film Thieves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Badass, man. So I love the sound in that movie. We might as well start with Brian's movie because that's
Yeah.
the one we've all watched, and Brian's been on the
Well,
show.
yeah.
Sure.
So
Naturally.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
What inspired? How did you guys come together and come up with the sound for that movie? I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, I did a film called Hotline Miami Dial Tone, which is based on a video game, which is called Hotline Miami. And it's a slasher game, I think. I haven't played it. I just listened to the music before that film. It was a short film, about 15 minutes long. And I had the fortune to work on that and do an 80s score. So it was the first 80s score I did. And I've always loved that sort of Faltermeyer, Marauder, Carpenter, these guys. And I always wanted to do that kind of score. And I got the chance to work on Hotline Miami, and when I've done that film, Sean, who made that film, reached out to me and asked me if I would like to be in contact with another director, which was Brian.
Oh,
And that's how we got together.
That's
Awesome.
fucking cool. And did Brian already have a kind of an idea how he wanted the score to be, or did you guys kind of collaborate on that together?
Well, it's always a collaboration, but he was quite clear about what the sound was and what the style was, because he loved the 80s and still do, I think, and I do too. So we were pretty much on the same page from the get-go when he started collaborating with me and contacting me. So.
And I love the 80s too. But see, I'm an 80s kid. These guys are like 90s. They don't get how fucking cool we are.
I
You know what I mean? They
I'm
just-
90s too.
Wait a second.
The
here.
80s
I
is
never
really cool.
bagged. I've never bagged on the 80s. I just said you peaked early. I mean, come on, you keep blowing this out of proportion.
I don't know if they necessarily get it though. It's like there's a sound that the 80s has that if you hear
It's
it
cool.
should give you those goosebumps. Like you talked about my nipples earlier. I'm talking about
was
I'm
not
talking about
talking
80s
about-
music
okay.
right now,
No one-
and my nipples are hard
No one made
because that's how cool it is.
And I just checked myself. Yes, you can't see it on camera, but I did. Like, okay, I'm fine. But no, I never give you shit about your 80s music. I mean, I don't attest to all the same things that you do from the 80s. Like, I don't have those certain movies like The Karate Kid, say, for example, since you like to talk about it, and something's going to get hashtag Cobra Kai before you fart.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You send that shit to the internet is what you do.
that's right.
Oh,
But I don't have those same appreciations because that's not my catch point. My catch point was in the 90s more than it was in the 80s. And yours was. There's nothing wrong with when you're inspired. Your inspiration came early. My inspiration came later.
Yeah,
So-
mine's just cooler.
You guys shut up. Zucchini. Do you find that...
That doesn't work on me.
Shut up. Okay, shut up.
Oh, okay.
Do you find that your inspiration comes from the 80s with your music, like, all the time, or just when you're focusing on that sound?
Yeah, I don't think I'm inspired by a lot of things, but
Okay.
I wouldn't say 80s is my go-to film music style or music style overall. But I really like sort of cleanliness in the sound that the synth gave the music in that decade, and I really think it has some punch that is really. I like it in some films, but some films do really need an orchestral score, which is my main thing. I love orchestral.
Oh, that's
music
your main...
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
So when did you get started in music, Otto? Like, what got you on that boat?
It's a long story. As for
Well, we got time,
I
brother.
guess.
We got time.
Please tell it.
It's kind of
But
the point
I-
of the show too.
Yeah, I always tend to notice or tend to name two specific moments when I got in that kind of sphere, so to speak. The first moment was when I saw Free Willy in the 90s
Holy shit!
Wow,
when I was a
okay.
little kid.
Yeah.
That was the
I
first
really-
movie I saw, by the way, that I hated because I had to go. But I mean, I liked it, but I hated it prior to going.
had to go.
I had to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Like they talked me into going, and I'm like, I want to see this
Yeah.
fucking Free Willy whale shit. I mean, I didn't want to see it at all.
I'm so
Yeah.
It was
offended.
so. But then I saw it, and I'm like, dude, Free Willy's no joke.
Free
You
Will
hated
is
the
no
It's a
joke.
great
Of-
movie.
of
Okay,
never
anyway,
seeing
continue.
it,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I just
No,
haven't
I-
heard Free Willy in a long time.
Yeah, no one ever thinks about it.
Except
anymore,
this
but-
morning when
Oh, just
Sam
shut
was
up.
talking with me.
Otto,
I was like,
please
oh, you want me to Free
Otto,
Willy?
Please continue.
Zucchini. Tired of this.
No, but I watched that film and I could relate to Jesse because I have divorced parents and he has sort of the same family. Well, not sort of the same, but yeah, his mom is gone, I think.
Yeah.
And I was about 4 years old when I saw it the first time, so I didn't know that Basil Polidoris had done the score. And thought about, oh, that was a nice C major to A minor chord progression. I didn't know that by then, but I really felt something of the music and by the music, and I didn't know what it was then. I felt it. Feelings are not easy to describe sometimes.
Yeah.
But that was my first exposure to film that I can remember and to film music. And the second moment was when I saw Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The
Badass.
third one, and that was when I was about 7 or 8, I think.
Okay.
And then I was more I knew more that there was a person behind the music and someone had composed it, the wonderful John Williams.
Yes.
And I really felt the same thing, but a different emotion. But I felt something again, and I really felt like riding a horse, and I felt like whipping a whip and fighting Nazis, which I feels a lot of times. But I really got that feeling. But the third moment must have been in 2011 or 2012 when I started writing music, because music has always been around me, and I've always loved music and film music. But that was when I started writing. In 2012, I did my first short film.
Gotcha.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How'd you study for music? How'd you come up? I mean, did you just go, I want to learn this, or did you go to school, or how can you hear the tones? Like, how do you know what a flat A or whatever they call them? What the fuck do you call that stuff?
Reverse that, A flat.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah,
A-flat,
or or B or C, whatever it takes.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
I mean, it's different for everyone, I guess. Some people are classically trained from the moment they are born, I guess, and they sit at the piano. And I don't have musical parents, so I haven't got that classical background as some of your previous guests have had. But I'm self-taught mostly.
Wow,
And,
that's pretty impressive.
I've studied music. I mean, I started writing just what I thought sounded good, and it was probably good then. So whatever is good for you, whether it's right or wrong, I mean, if it's good, it's good. If it works, it works.
Right.
But I studied for 2 years from 2018 till this summer in 2020.
Wow.
So that was like, it was lagging a bit. So I started without knowing anything, and then learned on the way, and then studied a bit. And now I'm back at working again with film music again. So,
do you feel like that's kind of your calling, where you're supposed to be?
Is doing
definitely. This? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Because when you said you were only 4 years old and you noticed the score, that's not typical. I don't remember ever knowing, ever noticing. No, it's not. I mean, but it's cool that you did. I mean, that's kind of that's a hint, an early hint.
Yeah.
That's kind of your calling and that where you're supposed to be. I think that's awesome.
It is. And that's interesting too, because I remember seeing Star Wars when I was 4 years old when it came out. And I remember leaving that theater feeling something too. And I always thought it might have been just the movie, but I remember the theme song from Star Wars. I remember being a kid playing it, and I was humming it all the time. Yeah. It makes you wonder, like, if I decided to do music, you think I would have been fine with that as opposed to the storytelling? Or do you think we as individuals have niches? Like inside of Otto, he heard the music and he had to make the music, not the movie. He wanted to do the fucking music. Isn't that weird?
I think, I agree. I think it all relates to each other. I think music is storytelling too.
It is.
Because when I write something, I don't write it for myself. When I write it for music, for film, I guess. When I write for film, I'm just a collaborator with the director or filmmaker, and I'm telling the story together with him or her. So it's more of that. I want to convey an emotion or an overall feeling of the film. So it's your storytellers. I'm storyteller. You're storyteller.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all
you are
storytellers.
So can I offer you a challenge, Otto?
Yeah, sure.
What do we got?
I want you to write something that inspires you, and I want it to be 6 to 7 minutes long. And I want to see if you'll share it with Aaron and I, and we'll see if we can create something to go with your song.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be fucking cool.
That would be really cool.
Put the pictures to the music.
It'd be really cool. Because I heard some of his YouTube stuff, his James Bond stuff he's doing. I might as well put on a suit and be a badass.
No,
and look fucking
I did
cool.
not say
and
it
I'll
would
just
star us.
No, I can put one. Why not?
Aaron, you're not the star of everything.
But I can put
Otto,
myself
no,
in it. Anyway,
because
if I collaborate with
Zucchini. Otto.
If you are interested, I challenge you to write something for you.
Yes.
And then with giving us the notes of what you're thinking, see if we can put picture to what you're telling with your story and your music.
Just with a blank nothing?
Yeah.
Just me writing what I feel.
That's usually where we start.
You write something, you send it to us, and we put movie with it, a little thing
Definitely
with
down
it.
for that. Yeah.
All you
Okay,
gotta
cool.
do, all you
That
gotta
would
do
be
is
really
think of
fun.
me, dude. Just
That
think of me,
sounds fun.
and you'll
No,
get
Aaron,
it.
that's
We're right here, bro. We'll be badass.
And it can be whatever, like I said, whatever you want with the notes of your storytelling. So if it's you have like a split personality person in one conversation here. So if it's creepy, we got you covered. If you want an action story, you got one over there in the corner. If you want a love story, well, funny enough, I still have you covered. But
That's where I come in.
Yeah, exactly.
usually.
No, that would be lovely, because I thought about that when I was about a couple of days ago. I mean, when I was not preparing for this, but when I was thinking about going on this podcast, and I was thinking about the film music and the emotions, because everyone feels emotions in different ways. When I say, if I made a film for Aaron or for any of you, and you said, "Can you write something happy to this?" Happy can mean 1,000 things for 1,000 different people, and it's quite hard when people. It's equally hard when the director says, "Add in a C major there," because they might not mean a C major. They might mean another, or use 3 horns there, and they mean 1 cello. So it's
okay.
it's like you've talked to Aaron personally before.
No, because I don't talk like that. Yeah, I don't talk like that.
Yeah,
I want it to sound big and badass.
It's hard to speak musically to directors, because directors most of the time don't know that much about music, and it's easier to speak about emotions, because they're mostly quite emotional about their films, and they know the emotions. So I try to go at it that way. And as regarding to what you said, Chuck, about me writing something that I feel, it can be a different emotion to what you're feeling, and Aaron or Sam.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
it will be interesting, but it's
that would be fun though, to see what we make off of your sound.
I would fucking
Yeah.
love
That
it.
you give.
That'd be
That'd be
interesting.
really fun, exciting.
If I think about something when I write it, which I probably do, if it will be the same that you put images to, which would
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
It'd be fun to try.
definitely.
It'd be a good
Really fun.
experiment.
Well,
I would love to do it.
I'm
It'd
I
be
love
fun.
that, Chuck.
I need
That was a great idea.
Plus, for Rusty, we gotta open up some new gear. We gotta open up the cameras and
start
shit.
doing some
Do
stuff.
something.
But besides that, I'm inspired also because of, forgive me, Otto, I'm not going to call you out here too bad here, but I'm inspired by your backdrop. You've got this whole plastic Dexter-looking thing going on in the background, and I'm really hoping that you write something more up my alley.
Yeah.
But whatever you think of, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. It won't be inspired by this room that I'm living in. So
The Dexter room. That's fucking funny. I didn't even notice it at first. Now it does look that.
it's probably
that's fun.
IKEA, because I'm Swedish. So let's just have it. Let's just have it IKEA.
Dude, since you live there, can we get a discount?
Yeah. Just use the coupon code Swedish Viking. That would be lovely.
Swedish Viking.
Don't spit your coffee, Sam.
I almost just did.
Do Norwegians and Swedish people get along? Do you guys get along?
No, it's like Americans and Mexicans.
Is it really?
Nah, we are like the big brother of Norway. So
Okay.
we always do Norway jokes, and they beat us at skis and at oil, I think, and we beat them at most
At everything
of the
else.
other
Everything
things.
else.
Yeah.
So where do the Vikings come from? Is it more Norway or Sweden?
I think it's Iceland probably, because
Is it
they
Iceland?
are the really old
Okay.
country that no
was
one's
just curious.
ever bothered about, because it's in the middle of the ocean. So I think
I asked that. I asked that for a reason, because on my mom's side, her family's Norwegian.
Yeah.
Which makes me a black Norwegian guy. So mixing
Black Viking.
Yeah, mixing
Well,
Norwegian, Scandinavian and African together. You know
That would
how
be
badass
a
I
really cool
really am?
combination of black
You know what I'm
Viking.
saying?
Yeah.
More like how badass you really could be.
No, I mean seriously. I mean that's why I got this this superior kind of attitude. I don't fuck around. Is what I'm saying.
That's a good film that hasn't been made. The Black Viking instead of
Black
Black Panther.
Viking.
Black Viking, yeah.
Dude,
But you're only half, so you can only walk around with one horn in the middle of your
that's fine. I'll have one more.
That's like, our neighbor Ken that's been on here. He was Norwegian.
He's Norwegian too, isn't he?
Yeah, and he wears it very proud.
And I can't have a big Celtic sword. I have to have a little dagger.
Well, you can borrow his Halloween costume if you want,
I don't need it though. I mean,
because he has a Viking costume.
I think this would be badass. See, we're getting somewhere already. All
Yeah,
right,
but
cool.
I think all the Nordic countries are, except Finland, I think, are quite like trying to get the Viking attachment to their country. So I think we all.
Oh,
think
they're
that
all
we
kind
are
of
the
fighting
origin.
for it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It sells good. Vikings are badass. Wow.
Yeah, they are badass.
That's cool, man. So what do you, how many shorts have you done? Do you like to do shorts or do you like to do features? Like, where do you kind of direct your work ethic at mostly?
Yeah, I mean, I take what I can get, basically, but as we all do. But I prefer working on, if it's a good film, I prefer it to be long because the more you can get of something good is good.
Yeah, tell a story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I always get a little bit stressed by short films because I can't develop the music as much because it has to be so on point
Time
from
limit,
the beginning.
yeah.
I totally agree. I know what he's saying.
By the time you crescendo in your thought, credits.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
exactly.
I'm with you on that. Like as a writer, I don't like writing shorts. I can't.
He can't do it.
I need to tell a fucking story.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, we'd have 5-hour movies.
He's a miniseries writer.
It's not even.
If it's
Go
a good
ahead.
film, I mean, I like a lot of long films, and I think if they're good and long, they are really good. But if they're
Yes.
boring and long, they are not good. So
They're not good. Right.
it's hard. And
Casino.
I prefer features.
Did you say Casino?
If I have to say
Yes,
something.
I hate
Right.
Casino.
She doesn't like
It's
Casino.
boring as hell.
I like Casino. It has its moments where they're just like too much filler, but still, it's good. Man, all
She
right,
doesn't
whatever.
Like the movie. It's okay. She doesn't like long movies anyway.
I don't, but
She
I
can't
like
sit there.
some of them. I mean, I like Schindler's List, and I like Titanic, and I like some long ones. Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Just to go with the most expensive, biggest budget ever 3-hour movies ever made. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, and Casino was it?
Well, no, it wasn't the biggest budget.
Okay, well, it wasn't the biggest
I know.
entertainment either.
But I really prefer the chance to get to develop themes, and as you said, Chuck, by the time I get going, it's like roll credits. So I like working on a feature length, like 1.5 hours to 2.5 hours, and really developing the themes and motifs because I write a lot of music based on themes.
Do you like being
Some people don't.
challenged?
Yeah.
Or do you like kind of staying
Yeah.
where you're comfortable?
No, I like being challenged. I think it's
To a extent.
Wait,
Not
this
challenged
conversation's
maybe too
gone
much.
sideways already. What are they gonna?
Yeah,
We've already
No,
challenged him once.
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, no one likes to be challenged, but I like to be. I don't know. I like to extend my boundaries a little bit, but
Yeah,
not too
that's
much.
what I meant. As opposed to actually
As
challenge.
as the 80s go, I did the short film, as I told you before, and then Thieves, and Thieves was a feature, and I challenge myself at least to do some things that I don't really know, but that I learn along the way. A sort of not fake it till you make it, but a light version of that. So
Right.
We all kind of fake it till we make it, though.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Yeah.
I was
exactly.
made like this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, that's it's kind of cool what Otto's talking about.
It is really cool.
Especially with the challenging aspect of it. Because, for example, I have my little area that I like to write stories in and make them, right?
Yeah.
But, it doesn't mean I can't direct like a faith-based movie like Chuck's wrote, and I'm going to be directing it.
We have yet
that
to
puts
see
me
it, though.
outside of my comfort zone, is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, so going outside your comfort zone isn't necessarily something that has to be challenging. It just can be exciting and
Uncomfortable.
new and fresh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because you don't know for sure. You've got your strengths and you know that, but until you push yourself to try something new, I mean, God knows you could do, what if you go outside your box and find something that you can do even better? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
and I mean, when you don't do anything, when you do something that you don't do very well, you learn from it anyway.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys.
I call that exploring.
Yeah.
Exploring.
You're exploring,
Absolutely. He's
right?
like Indiana Jones of music. Yeah. It's badass.
Trying to find the Holy Grail.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, yeah, usually.
Definitely.
Using that Indiana Jones reference, I mean, you heard the music and you could see everything. You wanted the bullwhip and everything like that. And Aaron saw how cool they framed and they shot Harrison Ford on the screen, and he was like, "That's it." I mean, that's how cool you look, and that's why he always sees people with music walking down the street.
Right.
He sees them framed in the shot as they're going down the sidewalk.
Right.
And everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me, I just like, oh look, that the special effects don't have outlines. Those are good.
Right.
Good CGI there. Yeah. That's
Right.
And I'm just like, it doesn't rhyme.
But that's a fun little story from the production of Thieves, actually, or the post-production, because that's when I entered. Because Brian wanted some demos before hiring me, so to speak. And I did rescore the opening scene of Heat.
Oh, you did?
Which has really great music already. So I was like, I didn't watch the scene before, and I hadn't seen it for like 5 years or something. So I had forgot how the music was. But he told me the style he wanted, and I tried that, and he thought it worked, and I thought it worked pretty good. And every track I wrote, or most of the tracks I wrote for the film, he had a test, which was the driving around in LA test.
Okay.
So he put it on his radio and drove it around LA, and if he got the right feeling during that time, it was okay to go. So
I got you. I knew exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's, oh man. Yeah, the music in Thieves actually brought you to that place, that 80s vibe that he was looking for, especially the Michael Mann kind of feel. I know that was his thing, and that's what he was really trying to recreate. But at the same time, stay original. And I think you guys did that on both fronts with the movie and also the music, because you have this retro sound that's fucking really cool, especially on the chase scenes when they're like dum 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 dum.
The drum machine is going
Yeah,
crazy.
it's perfect. I mean, it really sounds exactly like it should for that kind of a genre, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
So I want to say great job on that, because I really knew and enjoyed like all of it, like what you guys were trying to create. It was inspirational to me too, and it's funny because we filmed The Outrider right at the same time. I think Brian made his, and you guys were working on that, and that's how we met Brian, because of the black and white noir kind of look. So that was kind of fun to see a lot of. I'm going to go back and watch it again. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'd like to watch it again too,
Yeah.
because we watched it, just before we knew Brian. And
Yeah, right before. Yeah, because I was just trying to support him and what he was doing. He was doing the same for us. So you did a great job working with him, man. So good work.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm quite proud about that, actually.
Yeah,
you
should be.
I mean, I'm from the 90s, so I've just learned the 80s style from my brother, who showed me like Rambo and Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. And
because your brother's a badass. You should listen to him.
exactly.
Most of those I watched this last week.
I always watch Die Hard first.
Yes. We were. I forgot we were talking about Die Hard the other over Messenger the other day.
Yeah,
we kept doing quotes of each other, because you have to. You have to fucking do it, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Sam, do you know one quote from Die Hard?
And don't say
Probably.
yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the only one I know, though. See, that's what I was going to say.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
yippee-ki-yay
know
is the most quotable one, but it's far from
It's
my
the only one
favorite when I
It
watch it.
is far from my favorite. There's something about that. I guess we're gonna need some more FBI guys, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. The good guys got themselves an RV. I love that.
Yeah. We could do this all day.
Yeah.
If you want to, Sam. You want to?
And I mean-
Should we do a Die Hard quote podcast?
We actually should not. No.
Okay, great.
So one of the things,
really.
Otto, one of
Not
the things
down
that
for
we
that.
do is like, we had the opportunity to work with Kelvin Galoza for our film, The Outrider. And obviously he's already on board to help with, music supervisor and to do whatever he wants to with our next one for Say Goodbye.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we've always realized is to get everybody who's involved, including music department and composing and everything else, in from the beginning, as opposed to throwing them something at the end and saying, do what you can.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea
To
is
save
to
the film.
Right.
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
So like, get everybody inspired by the story. And then also as we're going along, sending them little tidbits and all these little things to do as we go, so that way they can start. Because sometimes our filming experiences have unfortunately been extremely long because we worked with everybody's schedules.
Right.
The Say Goodbye one is going to be shorter, but it'll still probably be about 3 months or so for us to get through the filming process. But still, so how do you feel? I mean, would you rather be 100% on board from story to completion, or do you like the challenge of, like you said, save my film?
Yeah. No, I don't like that, but that's the way it is most of the times. But I would
Most of the time?
very much like to be. If I could, I would like to be on set. And if I could be on board from the story writing without being on set, that would be okay too. But as early as possible, that would be the best, because that way you can get your own emotions and get involved in the project, as opposed to getting the project when it's done, because then you don't feel as passionately about it, I think.
I asked you that because of your response the other day to our trailer for the auditions. We had the casting and everything, the auditions and all that stuff, and how moved you said you were by just that little behind the scenes thing that we threw together with. I mean, no kidding. The cheapest microphone that we have in the cabinet, and just a camera just to shoot on a tripod, and then Aaron took it around the room as we were talking amongst ourselves, and how you said how much that moved you. I was just like,
Well, you do have an editing wizard, here.
Okay, I don't know, but it doesn't take a lot of money to move people. It doesn't.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
It's about emotion, and it's about the collaboration of people and personalities with the music. That's one thing that I've learned, especially doing this podcast, is how important everyone's role in a movie is. Like it's been brought to my attention, which I never really realized before.
Right. Everybody.
Without any of it, it's not a movie. It just doesn't work. It needs every element.
It does. It does.
It's all so important.
It's a machine.
But I'm actually super surprised. I was so surprised to learn that they don't have you guys usually on set when they don't usually do it that way. That surprised the hell out of me. I always thought that's how it was. Like, you would be involved in the project the whole time, and that's how you kind of developed your feeling for the movie and your music. That would
If only.
That should be the way it is, I think.
Yeah, well, it will be for ours, because I honestly believe, with every story we have, anybody who's going to be portraying a character in it should be a part of that story from the get-go. And music is a big character in the story. It really is.
Some people say it's a character.
Yeah.
In the film.
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely is.
Like he said, there's a story with the music. Yes, there is. There's a story that it's helping, sell these emotions and these characters and these moments. Without music in a fucking film working right, the film ain't gonna work.
Yeah, how fun would Star Wars be with the rolling credits and just silence?
Shit ain't gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work.
It wouldn't leave anyone touched.
I honestly think there's a different element, though, to someone being involved from the beginning and pulling their own, ability to, because you guys have a gift as composers, you really do, and that's the gift to portray an emotion or to connect with that emotion. So I guess that's why it surprised me so much that they do it that way sometimes, where they just come into the office and be like, here, this is what I want. And you don't know anything about the movie, or you haven't seen any of it, or don't know. That is so weird. Like, how did they pull that off?
Sometimes they even throw you like bits of Beethoven or Mozart and do this, but don't do exactly this, because then we'll get sued. And I mean, not with Mozart or Beethoven, because they're dead for 200 years, but if they show you like, do this like John Williams, but you can't do it exactly like him, because then we'll get sued. And that's like asking a painter to do, here's Mona Lisa, do Mona Lisa, but don't do Mona Lisa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's the most unfair, and what an insult to the musicians. I mean, it's insulting. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It really is.
Don't do your own stuff. Copy someone else.
Right. No, I don't.
It's stupid. Well, not only that, just for your own, for their own craft, though. I mean, if Otto is sitting there and he's got this project coming up, and they don't show him shit until the last month, and they're like, all right, here you go, now you can do your thing with the music, but make it sound like this. I mean, how fucked up is that? I mean, honestly, give the man some time to become one with the story, to get himself detached to it, You
don't have the freedom to be the artist that you are necessarily. You have to kind of follow someone else's. Like, if someone told me, write a poem about this, I probably couldn't do it, because it's not. Yeah,
exactly.
It's not
I know
like
what you're saying.
I can't write those on cue like that. I just that comes from me and my emotion and inside, and I would think it would be the same for music. So,
well, I imagine it is.
What's your average time frame that you get, Otto, for being able to chance to score a film? So, or let's just say, let's keep it simple. Let's say a short.
Yeah, I mean, I've finished a short, a James Bond fan film actually today. Which I had a month to do, and it was about 15 minutes, but it wasn't fully edited, as most films they're not, basically. And I got like the first couple of scenes, and then the next scene wasn't edited fully, and it's bits and pieces. But I got a month, or I asked for a month actually, and they said okay. So they wanted to release it in the like New Year's Eve or the early weeks of January. So I said, is it okay if I have till 26th of December? And yeah, they were okay with that. So yeah, I got like a month on this film, but it depends. Sometimes people ask me too short, and I say no, because I can't do it. It's still a craft. I mean, you don't ask someone to build a house in a day. So,
well, they try.
Yeah, exactly.
But they end up with shitty houses.
Right. And they have the expectations.
Yeah.
And cheap too. So
yeah, exactly.
And that's what's funny. That's why I asked too, because you get, say for this example, you got 30 days to do 15 minutes worth of music. I mean, I don't know if it's all music or not, but I mean, within that 15-minute short. Yeah. And then yet the writer took maybe 2 years to actually write the whole thing. Exactly. It took them, say, almost a year in pre-production, and then, a 30-day shoot, say. Yeah. So they have all this time, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, you get the least amount of time."
Yeah.
But do good.
Yeah, it's insulting.
Yeah, exactly. When composers usually get involved, the director/filmmaker/producer are all probably so fed up with the film, so they just want it out. And they just,
you've heard that before. Yeah, we've heard that.
Hear that a lot.
Yeah, and that's
a lot from composers too.
Yeah.
Well, they're so sick of their film, they just want to get it pushed through.
Well, one of the things that we learned from Kelvin is that a lot of filmmakers, the films he's worked on before reaching us, he missed the fact that people got excited about the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because by the time he gets handed the music part of it, they're frustrated. They're done. They're over it. They want it. Yeah. They're just over it.
So what was so fun when he worked with us to him was our excitement for it. You know what I mean? And I think that's why we make movies. When we're pitching ideas, when we're writing stories, and we're sharing it with each other, with our cast and crew, it's fucking exciting. It's fun. We have time to do that. A composer should have time to do that.
Yeah, well, okay, simple. So let me ask you this, Aaron. If you had an endless amount of money and you could have the ability to, say, take as much time or as little time as you want on a film and have the budget you wanted, would you ever approach a movie that way?
How would I?
Would you?
Oh, yeah, I would.
Would you ever approach a movie just like handing somebody the end of it just to put the music to it like that?
Oh, no, that's not at all. No, we would all have the equal time. Like, I would have had the composer lined up at script. It's ready to go. Composer's getting it right when I'm handing out and casting for the actors. I mean, that's the same time we're all going to be on it together, if not even prior to that. I've shared, some of the script stuff I wrote with Kelvin as I was writing at times, or doing rewrites and whatnot, and Chuck did the same thing with Say Goodbye.
And he's sitting there talking about, he's thinking of music in his head already for certain scenes and stuff, and I think that's the beauty, that's the magic.
Correct.
Of putting music to a story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree about that word magic, because that's what I feel. I mean, the expression "a kid in a candy store," that's me in the cinema. Yeah. Because I love that sort of being. I mean, I love transporting myself to different realities, and not the real reality, so to speak.
Me too.
We talk a lot about Goosebumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I love to escape into my own world, so to speak, with the music. And music is a big part of that. I mean, just listening to music without a film makes you feel stuff and think about stuff. So.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Going back to the 90s, what we were talking about earlier, I remember that too, because I used to go, I had the big system in the back of my car, right? And I would go to all these guys going to the competitions and stuff for the bass.
Oh, God.
And I wouldn't put on all the rap and all the crap. I would put on the soundtrack to Dances with Wolves.
I really love Dances with Wolves. That's one of my favorite
Imagine
films.
him bumping into the...
The funniest thing was, one, I never won a competition because my system wasn't as good. It was just fun to go there and play something different and fuck with everybody. But the other thing was, the first time I listened to it on my system, I was driving down I-5, which is a major freeway here in our area. Mm-hmm. And the bass line hit so hard the first time, I thought I got rear-ended by a semi-truck.
That's
it
funny.
scared the shit out of me. It was
Did you
so
listen to
loud.
the main theme or the John Dunbar theme, or did you listen to?
I can't remember which one it was at the time.
Okay.
It was either the main theme or it was the hunt theme.
The Buffalo Hunt. It must have been the Buffalo Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, because that thing hit and I damn near shit my pants.
Okay, well, no, the soundtrack is great, but that's another 3-hour boring.
Oh, really? I think it's one
I
of
love
my
the
favorite
music.
films.
I love the music, but
She doesn't like long movies.
The cinematography, yeah, that's just it. It doesn't hold, no, and I'm not saying this to be offensive to you, but it doesn't hold your attention because it is all the cinematic shots.
She can't sit still that long.
no.
That's all it is.
I just can't.
It could be the best story ever. She still would get up or pause it or want to smoke a cigarette
Or fall asleep.
get something to eat. Or, yeah,
But it is long. I mean, I can't deny that. But it's almost like a nature documentary in a way, because
Exactly.
it's just
I wonder
nice.
if I'd watch it differently now than I
Pictures.
did back
Yeah.
then, because I was young when I saw that.
Yeah, you were
I
12.
saw it in the theater, and I was like 12.
Yeah. No,
You're more
that's
mature
one of my
now.
that's one of
you
my
probably like
inspirations. John Barry, who did those and did the Bond films.
the
other
Bond
ones.
films too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great shit, man. God, I haven't seen Dances with Wolves in a long
We
time.
should
I
go-
barely
we should
remember
watch
it.
it.
There is now a
because I'm
4-hour and
curious.
10-minute extended version.
Christ.
Oh, no, hell no. I am sorry, but nope.
So
4 hours movie, nah.
my wife recently had a medical procedure done last month, and so while she was in recovery, she's sitting around and she's bored, and she loves the Lord of the Rings films. So I decided to download on the digital thing all the extended versions. Every movie was over 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
With the extended version, and even I was sitting there like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it does. It gets hard. You know.
I like long movies.
I'm just active. I'm an active person. I can't sit that long.
That's not necessarily accurate, though.
Oh, really?
Because you can play like on your phone in games like for hours.
But I'm using my thumb. What am I doing when I'm watching a movie? Nothing. Literally nothing.
That's
Engaging in the story.
Minimal activity using your phone.
Yeah, that's pretty. Well, minimal activities watching a movie because you're really not doing anything.
Well, that's what's funny.
But
to
see,
me,
I don't
too.
look at it that way.
Well, you're not moving any part of your body. What part are you moving?
You've
brain.
you've seen him watch
Well-
a movie. He moves everything all
Yeah.
the time.
I'm
Well, he
active
talks
as fuck.
through the entire movie, so
don't give
he
a
is
fuck.
active through.
I watch a movie,
and that's even the most reason why I don't want to watch a long movie with you.
I am black and Norwegian. Okay. We do that.
Yeah.
It's like some Viking shit. When I watch a movie, I'm like a fucking black Viking. I don't fuck around.
I'm sorry. I got you. I apologize. I just realized too. I gave you the Scotland Cup instead of the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you did?
One of your ancestral cups. I apologize.
That's okay. That's fine. You're getting there. Zucchini.
You choose zucchini yourself?
Probably,
He always
yeah.
does.
If you missed last week's episodes,
Well, it
that's
just came
what
up.
the
It just
zucchini
came up
came
today.
from.
Wait, what?
No, zucchini started last week.
It just posted today.
Oh, it
Was it
posted
Crystals or was
today.
it Jay's?
That
It was
Crystals.
Crystals.
Oh, it was Crystals.
So
That-
people are going to catch on. They'll see.
Okay.
They'll see.
Yeah.
We got this new thing. You'll love it,
Yeah.
Otto. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's like at this.
It's
kind of
supposed to
understand
shut
it
Aaron up.
already.
It's supposed to shut Aaron up, but it doesn't work.
It's
No,
not
it's-
hard to understand what it means. No. I think everyone gets it immediately.
Because everyone in their head is like, shut up, Aaron.
Oh my god.
But
No.
Jeez. They're so rude. Whatever.
So, other than time eras and things like that, what things that you experience in life inspire you when it comes to creating music?
I mean, some not to sound egotistical, but my own music from a couple of years ago inspires me when I think of. I mean, when I listen to Thieves, I think, "Oh, did I really do this? Did I think because
Oh, yeah.
I write music that I naturally you do films that you would want to see yourself. I think, and you write music that you would like to listen to. I mean, you don't do music that you wouldn't want to listen to. That would just be, I mean, not
Yeah.
reasonable.
I hate this shit. I don't even want to hear
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's like painting yourself or damaging yourself. But I get inspired by listening to other music. Basically, I listen to a lot of film music and a lot of music overall. I have like everything from ABBA to country to rock to pop to rap in my playlist. So I try to listen to a lot. Basically.
what's your number one song? Like your number one or score song?
Ooh.
Just what's your number one?
I don't know.
It's
I don't have a favorite
That's hard.
song
That's hard. Yeah.
per se, but I always say I think my favorite score actually is Dances with Wolves, because I think it's up there at least, together with it's hard.
Yeah.
No, it is a
really
hard
hard.
one.
But Free Willy is a nostalgic one for me, but
Yeah.
it's not my favorite. But Dances with Wolves is what I say, because it's very long and it has all the ideas I spoke about earlier about developing themes and
Right.
expanding in a way. And I really like that, and I like the sound of it. A big, huge orchestra with I think it was 12 horns in it, so it's a big sound.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you do know a movie is long when the soundtrack for the movie is like an hour and 22 minutes.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's long. I mean,
Yeah,
there's like
it
so
is.
many
It's-
songs.
yeah.
Okay, I gotta
Yeah.
hear it again. I should listen to it on the way when we leave here. I just want to put something on. I want to hear it
It's
because I got that
really
bass,
good.
bruh. I
Yeah.
got the bass
That's
in the car,
fine.
bruh.
You got the bass booming in the 93 Saturn.
Yeah, it's booming.
I'm fine with the music. Now, if we get home and be like, let's watch this movie, I might be like,
And it's
Oh, I don't know
Maybe.
if I'd watch it again.
Maybe I'd watch
I'd have to
it
be in the mood though. I think for that one.
It's
I haven't-
funny, Otto, that you made the comment about the fact that about the whole enjoying what you do, because there are a lot of people in our industry who are beyond that point, that are so well paid doing what they do that sometimes they have to go do something because they're told to, or
Yeah.
because they're under contract to do
definitely.
something, even though they don't want to do it. So we are actually still lucky in our point that we still get to do what we want,
Yeah.
the way we want.
Yeah.
But make sure you include the A flat and the B minor.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have done a few paid works which I didn't really care about, and that's I won't mention them, but I mean you do those because you think they can give you something else in the future, and it's always nice to trying something else. So
Well, yeah,
you don't love everything you do naturally, but
that's, yeah.
yeah,
that's life.
yeah. That's a bummer,
Yeah.
but it's not realistic. That's what I've been learning too in this world we live in.
I mean,
apparently,
speaking about-
I'm too optimistic about life in general, I guess, because I think everything should be fucking great all the
Yeah,
fucking
me
time.
too. Me too.
Yeah, I do, because I feel that way every day. I want to have a
Yeah.
great day. So it's disappointing when you're around something that's not fun. And you're just like, well, why the fuck do I want to be around it then? So you move on.
Because
you
right
know?
now it gives you the money you need,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
well, I'm
instead
not-
of doing what you want.
Yeah, because
But I'm even
there's-
talking about just day-to-day stuff. I'm not even talking about jobs. I'm talking about in general.
Yeah.
I
know?
know one person who was able to actually pull that off, and that was live life completely and utterly just having fun. And you know who that is, Aaron? Who's that? You know who it is?
No.
My dad.
Is that your dad?
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Well, he didn't say it, but he lived it. I mean, we saw it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
He lived life the way he wanted to. No rules. No one told him what to do. He just lived.
Yeah.
And he was happy.
Yeah.
Like most of us, we're stuck to the grind because we're attached to, I gotta have this amount of money for this bill and this amount of money for that bill.
Yeah.
So we kind of, I mean, it gets you.
No,
it
I
does.
agree.
But my dad was a free spirit. He lived in the wilderness and he did what he wanted.
Where was he from?
He was from here
Okay.
Washington.
In Washington.
Yeah.
He was born here?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Tacoma General. He died at Tacoma General.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
did.
he was born and died there.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
But
So,
he did. I mean, for those of you who haven't listened to some of the earlier episodes, he did. He lived, he lived on the streets. He lived in the woods. He
Yep.
lived his life the way he wanted to. He was not contrived to watch a set schedule.
Nope.
When he was
Happiest
hungry, he went
guy
and got some
ever.
food
Oh, yeah.
somewhere. Or,
Yeah.
Dude was a badass.
He happy as hell.
and I'm too chicken shit to ever try and live that way.
yeah,
Right.
no kidding.
But that's the funny thing. Like, I mean, he literally did what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's cool.
Isn't it cool? And
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, is it a traditional way you're supposed to do it? No.
No, but he, yeah.
But he didn't give a fuck.
No, he didn't care what anyone said. Nothing.
Most people wouldn't be able to do that because they would think
Right.
about the bills or think about food
Exactly.
or think about. I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
care too
Yeah.
much.
None of
Yeah.
that mattered to him. Like he just,
Yeah.
And he gets
Yeah.
so stressed out over little things in this world, even down to like, what we're gonna eat for dinner today, or how we're gonna get gas in the car, or Jesus Christ, we gotta pay the mortgage right away. It's always something
Yeah.
that we fucking. And this guy didn't think about any of that.
No, I mean, did you not envy the fact that my dad never worried about none of
No,
that?
I totally envy it.
Yeah, I envied it too.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's
Now apply that to your everyday, and see how that changes
well, you can't. I mean, you have to.
In a way, you can though.
Well-
In your head. That's what we're talking about. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't need to be around negativity.
An
You know what I
attitude.
mean? And it's an attitude, right? Yeah, I mean, we can at least have the attitude.
I understand. I understand the thought process behind that, but I couldn't do that myself because I'm too
Right.
I'm too anxious about stuff and I think about stuff too much. So
Sure, it'd be
Sure.
hard to do, but
Yeah.
is
For
it?
me, I want too much.
Well,
Yeah.
There's too much I want to live that lifestyle because he like had nothing ever.
True.
But he was fine with it.
But living our life, I understand what you're trying to say, Aaron. As far as
Yeah, I'm
wanting
trying to figure out a different way to say it.
how
so-
to live your life to where you don't be stuck in that way. But it's hard to imagine yourself living that life because we are living this life. In which case, we have to do things to make sure that we get what we need to take care of to live the way we do. But with every anxiety and every stress that we carry, we have to also answer to somebody else who is carrying equal or more stress, responsibility, and so it's an endless cycle, unfortunately. For now.
And then if you try to block those people out or those things out, then you don't necessarily look very nice.
no,
Because you have to, you see what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about like the attitude,
yeah.
it's kind of like, yes, we have these things in life that stress us out, right? Or make us anxious.
Yeah, definitely.
And make us feel, like we have to do these things because we need these things. Whether it's because we want them or because we are worried about other people's opinions of who we are, right? But what if you can let that part of it go? Still drive towards those goals, but don't let the things bring you to those negative places in your head. Don't stress. Don't have that anxiety. Just do. Just fucking do.
The only way my dad was able to do it was to cut. I mean, he had no contact with people. He literally lived in the wilderness.
I get that.
He didn't have anyone knocking at his door. He didn't have no one calling. He called people when he wanted to talk to them. He called them.
I get that.
It's like you would have to cut off society to be able to do that. Because, okay, let me give you an example. So we pay rent at our house. Do you think our landlord would be very happy if we just said, well, we're not going to pay rent because we don't want to?
No, you're missing it. No.
Like
I'm not saying don't do those things.
No, I mean,
I'm saying you do those things, but you don't worry and stress out about not trying to figure out how to if you're short. You see, I'm talking about the attitude.
I don't know how that's possible.
I think you can elevate yourself. That's what I'm saying. Elevation.
I don't know if that's possible either, because you, aside from our wonderful guest here today, Otto, he doesn't know me as well yet, but you guys both know that I don't sleep much because, I mean, Aaron and I have known each other for 28 years now?
28 years.
20 years now. It was just last year. He was like, dude, I didn't know you were a worrywart. That was just last year.
Yeah.
When we were talking, because we have our group team meeting every morning when he's on his way to his day job.
Without me, by the way.
Well, I'm sorry, you can conference in.
I'm
if you were
sleeping,
awake. Oh, by the way, don't text these people at 5 a.m. Boy, they hate that.
And you can't do that to Chuck past 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, because he's an old man. He's in bed, sleep.
No, I turn my phone to silent, so I'm fine.
Yeah, but then he gives you shit in the morning like, I woke up and I had like 48 messages on my thing. Like a jealous motherfucker.
But the point
Guys.
being is the fact that if we could live our life to where we didn't have to worry about so many things, whether it be kids, family, work, and everything else that stresses you out, I would probably sleep for a week straight, because that's just how I've always lived.
Right. But why do you think, like what Otto's talking about, like music? If you're listening to music, it takes you where? Away. When you're watching a movie, it takes you away. When you're playing a video game, it can take you away.
Yeah.
If you're reading a book, art can do those things.
Writing,
and that's what I'm
painting.
saying. So that's the attitude. I'm saying when you start stressing out on something, watch a fucking movie and relax.
Yeah.
Listen to a fucking song.
It's not that easy for everyone, though. That's, I think, what Chuck's trying to say. It's not as simple as just
actually,
say, I mean...
Well,
What I'm
you know
trying
what?
to say is,
Train.
Otto, take me away.
There goes creepy. Now you know what, creepy Chuck. There's your explanation.
No, I'll take you to Sweden immediately. I'll just write something that's Swedish. And,
Yeah, you need to help him get
you
some
go.
sleep because this motherfucker can't sleep.
No, but
Sam
I'll
That's a
try-
challenge
stresses.
for you. Could you put Chuck to sleep?
I mean, they stress me out. These two stress me out.
I'll compose
Oh.
Chuck's lullaby. That would be the next thing I compose.
Yeah. You're going to...
The lullaby.
A creepy lullaby with a celeste and with harp and the...
Fuck, that might be the theme song next time if we get these stories going on here.
That'd
We
be
just like
beautiful.
little
Yeah.
background music.
I kind of hear the theme for the little challenge we challenged
Yeah.
Otto with.
That'd be good.
No,
I
but
don't know.
I would like to touch upon that because I try to
Yes,
worry
please.
about. I try not to worry about so much what people think of me because then you're screwed in this business. I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, I probably will change that when I get into having a deadline on like 10 days for a $200 million budget film.
Right.
Then I'll probably stress out. But as for now, I have a little bit more time on each film, which is good. And I'm, as you said, Aaron, more excited, and the director filmmakers are more excited too. So as long as I'm that, I don't think that much of what people think. It's more my own anxiety about my music. Is this good enough? Can I do something as good as I did last time? I mean, it's always self-doubt.
Yeah.
Right. Yes,
So it's,
you're right. I'm still thinking though too. You can flip the script on that thing, where
Yeah.
you don't. You're definitely going to have that anxiety. We all have it. It's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
It's just how you look at it, how you take it. You don't have. It doesn't have to be bad.
I still write music and I still do the work. It's just that it's there, but I can't sit still for 6 hours doing most things, but when I write music, I don't go to the bathroom, I don't eat, I don't do
Right.
anything for 6
hear you.
hours.
You're just
And
immersed in it.
Then I get like a little light bulb on top of my head which says you are hungry. And that was like I just shut off. I have like these like
The blinders on. Yeah.
yeah, exact blinders,
Yeah.
and then
You're immersed. You're lost in it.
I just get
I-
immersed
I-
in like
I
behind
see
my
Otto's
laptop.
captions
I have
everywhere.
two screens where I have the music program there and my film there, which I score.
Okay.
So I get totally immersed in that
Yeah.
process, and it can be
cool.
6 hours, it can be 9 hours. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
until I have to eat or go to the bathroom. That's basic.
I've been right there while editing a movie before.
Yeah,
Where you're
yeah,
just gone.
it's-
Yep, I get it. I totally get it. Go ahead, Chuck.
I was gonna say the same thing. I remember when I was gone and I was writing Say Goodbye when I was on a trip, and Aaron called me one day. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He was on his way home to take a lunch break. He's like, "Yeah, just check on you, see how you're doing." And then it was great. Had a quick conversation, hung up the phone, and then he called me back 5.5 hours later, and it felt like it had just been a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you were writing.
And all of a sudden I was like, "I gotta let you go. I have to go to the bathroom."
yeah. Time just
That's
stops.
you broke my cycle here.
In that
Well,
moment,
that's
yeah.
the beauty of it, man. That's what I'm saying. So I think, honestly, from today's show on,
Oh shit!
if you're feeling
Wait,
stressed
are you challenging
out and
all of us?
Yeah, if you're fucking feeling stressed out there, people, and you got anxieties and you got deadlines coming up or you're worried about paying your fucking bills, listen to a fucking song. You know what I mean? Watch a goddamn movie.
Listen to Chuck's lullaby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chuck's
Chuck's
Lullaby.
Lullaby.
Take a minute to
You'll get
fucking
transported
breathe.
to somewhere creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
You need
that.
to put a sound to that though, Chuck's lullaby, because we have
Yeah.
no.
Why do I keep getting a country vibe with Chuck's Lullaby?
It's a creepy country.
As long as it has a screechy violin in it.
Isn't there a
'cause
there-
lullaby country song?
I don't know.
Whiskey
There's got to be a
lullaby.
creepy
Whiskey
Brad-
Lullaby.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Brad
That's
Paisley
what I was
and
just
Alison
thinking.
Krauss,
Good
yeah.
one.
Creepy lullaby.
Creepy
Lullaby.
Got a creepy country
That would be
song.
lovely.
Creepy country lullaby.
A distorted country song, which is creepy lullaby.
We'll make the music video. Chuck will be standing in the doorway, silhouetted. You know, just a little girl like putting up the covers.
And he's just laughing in the corner.
Sorry, Chuck.
Sorry, Chuck.
Sam's voice in the background.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh man, Otto, fun stuff. Do you have any projects you're working on right now, buddy?
I just finished my project now, so now
Yeah,
I think
So that one's done?
I have a couple of. I have an Indiana Jones fan film actually coming up in 2021.
Okay, that's fucking cool.
Probably. I mean, everything's up in the air with everything going on.
Yeah.
Right.
But I have another fan film, James Bond fan film coming up, and then Brian has. He always has projects. He has like 3 different projects. If you ask him, "What are your next project?" It can be a different project from one day to another.
Sure.
Yeah, he's busy. He has a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean, he would like me, I think. I'm not expecting too much, I think, but he would like me to work on his next film too.
Good.
And I have, a lot of projects that are probable, but not definite. So
Right. Yeah.
2021 will hopefully be a better year than 2020.
It'll get better.
We're all hoping for
It'll be
that.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. But
It'll be
I gotta tell you, Otto, make sure when you say things, say it with conviction. Like oh yeah, he's gonna want me for those projects
Yeah.
because of what I did for
But
him before.
I'm
That is-
Swedish. I'm
that's how I
not
took it.
American. I wasn't born with self-confidence. I'm born with
Yeah.
humbleness and doubt in my mind.
he's not a black Viking like me. Just give me a break, all right?
Yeah. I'm just. We're Swedish. We're humble. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't do.
I
we
love
don't
that
do too
about
much.
you.
Yeah, we don't make too much noise. I'm not saying you make too much noise,
Yeah,
but
Aaron makes way too much noise.
I don't make that much noise.
zucchini, wasn't that the thing? I use the zucchini now too. Yeah.
Perfect.
No, but it's just the way we are. I mean, most Swedes are, but some people in Sweden are not.
I'm moving there.
I think you would fit in really well.
Stockholm. I'm moving
Yeah.
You already have the syndrome. You might as well move there.
Yeah, I know.
What is
I
Stockholm
would fit right
Syndrome? What
in.
is that?
I
When you
would
live
fit
with your
right in.
captors for so long that you believe that they
That's
are always right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh
You
my
fall in love
gosh,
with
I
those
have
characters.
that, Aaron.
Yeah, she thinks. Yeah.
But think
Because you're my
positive
captor.
about that. It's just an attitude, you know.
Captured your heart, right?
Yeah.
Wrong.
You love me, don't you?
Yeah.
You love me so much. She really does, dude. Yeah. Right, Sam?
It depends
Right,
on
Chuck?
what your definition of love is. Depends on what your definition of love is.
Yeah, creepy arrow. That's the new.
Come aboard. That's
Do
your
I love
song.
this? No. Do I love you? Yes.
Oh. See,
Do you love him more with that? Oh.
Oh, I thought she was talking about her fucking drink. I thought she was talking about me. Some bullshit. She,
Vodka.
whatever, dude.
You're my man.
So stupid. I don't
I
know
think
when.
we- I think
we're
we should
gonna
play a
film.
game.
You want to play a game?
Yeah,
Play a
let's do
quick
it.
game?
All right, let's play a
Nice.
game. Otto, you
game.
want to play a game?
Play a game?
Yeah, sure.
Play a game.
What are we gonna play?
Well, he's listened to it, so you already know what game we're playing, right?
I think I know.
Urban Dictionary game.
The Urban Dictionary Game.
Okay, here we go.
Are you ready?
Yo, mama, you want to play the Urban
I
Dictionary
don't know how to
game?
play this. How do we play this game?
Based on all of the Swedish slang that you can think of, never
I don't-
recorded in American history.
Yeah.
What's the rules, real quick, again? I like the rules.
Guests first.
yeah.
First rule: guests first.
Guests are first.
And
with
also,
the
if the
answer.
guests get the right answer right, don't tell them they got it right. Let us
Why not?
all guess.
Okay, well,
Because
it's my game. I make the rules, and that's what I wanted to do.
And this
Yes,
is what
ma'am.
this is what I live with. This is what I'm saying. All right, go.
Oh, please.
All right.
kidding
So
me?
basically, you're going to give us a.
I'm gonna give
Urban
you,
Dictionary.
I'm gonna give you an Urban Dictionary word, and you're gonna tell me what you think it might mean.
All right, let's do this.
We ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is Quan. Why did you
Sounds
start
like
laughing?
a
Quan.
name.
yeah,
Hi, my name is Quan.
is it a noun?
I don't know if you'd want to be Quan.
Quan.
Okay.
All right. Is that your answer? Do you have an answer?
that your
No,
answer?
it's not a name, but it must be. I'm Quaning. Is it a verb?
Is it a
I
verb?
don't want to be Quan. I don't
No,
know.
you don't
It's-
want it. You don't want to be Quan.
I don't want to be Quan. Maybe
hint.
it's like Quan. I'm just thinking about quarantine because I've said that word so many times this year. Like a short for quarantine, but I don't know. Quan.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
that.
I'm taking too long, but I don't know.
No, you're not.
Fair enough.
It's
That's
funny.
all right.
It's
All
funny.
right. I like his
But
other answer.
I do. I like.
I'm
Okay.
changing my name to Quan from now on.
Quan.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
That
Quan
reminds me.
Nilsson.
I guess
Well,
you
let's
could.
wait till we hear the answer.
It totally reminds me of Cat in the Hat, Mrs. Quan. Mrs. Quan. Hi. Remember her? That's her, right?
Yeah, it is.
But maybe Quan means, for the Urban Dictionary, when you're really upset. Like I'm so far Quan. Right now, I'm gonna trip. You know, isn't that right? Okay, that's my
That's
answer.
actually creative,
All right,
Aaron. Yeah.
I'm so far
Okay, what do
Quan.
you think, Chuck?
Quan is a nickname for women who have been with way too many men.
Dude.
Quan, short for quantity, not quality.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought you were going to say something else, like, dude, her vagina's so Quan.
Wow.
It's just
No, Quan.
Actually,
she's
you
Quan.
guys are getting so good at this game. I think the Urban Dictionary actually needs you because you have better. You actually have better stuff than they do because Quan is anyone who's out of control.
Out of control.
You're out of control.
You're so far
You're
Quan. You're so far Quan. I got it right.
That was pretty close, I must say.
I got one right.
That was really pretty right, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never won at this game. That's no joke. Dude, I told you, Black Viking, bro. Def Leppard shirt on, too badass. No joke. All right.
All right.
Okay, what do we got?
So we have surfboard. That's the next one. And it's obviously it's not your, what you would think a surfboard is. It's
Okay.
the Urban Dictionary surfboard. What is it?
Surfboard.
Surfboard in the Urban Dictionary.
Surfboard. I mean, no.
Yeah, you're first.
Yeah. I'm just
No.
thinking about the endless possibilities.
If you're thinking no, you're probably right.
I'm thinking the lamest Subway sandwich ever. I want a surfboard. It's like nothing on it.
Nothing. That's actually pretty funny, too. It's a great
really
answer.
funny.
Great answer.
We have a
even
discount
on,
on surfboards now.
And it's even on flatbread. So
Flatbread.
Yeah.
Yep, just nothing on it.
I want a surfboard, but with sesame. That's the extravaganza I would love.
That's pretty creative.
Oh, man.
What do you think?
A surfboard. Shit. I don't know. Bleh. I don't have anything.
Aaron's got nothing.
I
Chuck.
got nothing. I got nothing for
Nothing at all?
surfboard. Nothing.
He has nothing
Okay,
for
so
surfboard.
so from my experience with all my buddies who are EMTs, getting surfboard does involve a surfboard, but being surfboard is when you're decapitated in a moving car from somebody's surfboard coming off the top rack and going through the windshield.
Like Final Destination
yeah.
shit.
That's
Yep.
disturbing.
So that's being surfboard.
Thank you, creepy
lullaby.
Chuck.
Like I
Creepy
said,
lullaby.
Otto, if you're going to say it, sell it.
Yeah.
That's the fucking answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is not
So
it's not right.
you guys are you're pretty off on this one.
We are pretty Quan. So,
You're great.
So far, Quan, bro.
You're pretty Quan.
yeah.
So surfboard is a shaved vagina.
A surfboard?
Surfboard is
The
a
1
shaved
week I
vagina.
keep it clean.
Oh my god.
But
Dude.
it can look pretty similar to a Subway.
Eat fresh.
Without lettuce?
Yeah.
Or cheese.
No cheese on it, dude. Oh my
Wait,
god.
you'd have to have,
Do you
Roast
want it
beef
warm or
hanging.
hot?
Roll it up.
Okay, this is a whole nother podcast, I think.
Yeah, this is getting so
Oh no, this is where where
Yeah,
our
no,
podcast
this is pretty much our podcast. Sorry.
I'm just trying to, make myself.
Trying to move it along.
Yeah.
Hey, Urban Dictionary.
All right, Urban
Urban
Dictionary.
Dictionary Game.
How come the 1 week I keep it clean? I probably could have gotten that one right.
You know what? Now I think about it, surfboard does make sense. God damn it. It does.
It's something you really want to ride.
And I've heard that before.
You really can't do it very well.
You know, even when they do the little surfboard thing.
Wait, what?
You know, when they're doing the little, when they're manicuring it up a little bit with the surfboard.
Okay.
You can just surfboard it.
So I like Otto's idea of moving right along.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Just move out of this one.
Man, fun stuff.
That's usually why I don't go dirty on the Urban Dictionary words, because these guys will take it way too far.
Well, you just start thinking too much. That's the problem. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Otto, it was a blast talking with you, my man.
Seriously.
Same to you. Same to you.
Yeah.
It's been my pleasure.
Super fun.
It was super blast. Is Die Hard your favorite movie? I'm just curious.
No, it's not my favorite movie, but I only watch it once a year.
You only
And I
do one?
always
Only
love
once
it.
a year?
Yeah. I watched it on Christmas Eve when we celebrated Christmas.
Okay.
Me and my brother.
And that's like a tradition for you guys?
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool, man.
And
That's
we always
fucking
say the lines before they are said in the movie, so it's Johnson
So you-
and Johnson, no
Yeah.
relations. It's really,
So you-
it's really a lovely film.
This is Agent
It is.
Johnson. No, the other one.
Yeah,
It is. It's so good. It's such a good movie. Well, I'm happy that there's people out there like you watching these movies like us, so I don't feel stupid because I watched Die Hard the same way. Chuck and I went to the theater to
years
see
ago.
2 years ago to see it again when it was re-released out here.
Oh yeah.
Just to go see it in the theater again, like we haven't seen it a billion times.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's still fucking badass.
I don't know. I like
It's
new
my
stuff.
favorite action movie. I have to say that.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite action movie.
Yeah, it's
Oh, Quan
amazing.
Air. has to be.
Con Air's good too.
like Con Air.
I hear you.
But I'm sorry. I'm going to go back. I've always got to plug previous podcasts. Go back to the podcast where we talk about Sam's favorite movie being Con Air, and then listen to her
great.
bash the movie the entire time.
Yeah, you did actually.
Well, yeah.
She does.
Well, because it kind of there's a lot of bashing you can do with Con Air, but it's still my favorite movie.
But it's such a fun.
It's
story.
actually not Con Air, it's Quan Air. So, no. That's the new title. Quan Air.
That is awesome.
Oh man.
Is that the name of our challenge movie though?
Quan.
Yeah.
Quan Air.
Quan Air.
Quan Air, yeah. The remake.
Starring Mrs. Quan.
Yeah.
I love Mrs.
Exactly.
Too
Quan.
much fun.
Well, dude, if you make, if you ever do something messing around and you make a song and
Yeah.
you take Chup up on his idea, I would be happy to do something, especially soon, because
That'd be so much fun.
I think we need some work. We need to do something just to have some fun with.
Yeah.
To practice some of our stuff. We got all this new gear. We haven't even opened it out of this fucking boxes yet because of COVID. So, yeah, think about us if you get a second.
Yeah.
And if you do
Definitely.
anything and be
You're not too
like, I made this song. Here you go. Make a movie
Yeah.
out of this, you fuckers. We'll do
Mm-hmm.
it. We'll do it.
Hey, we just got an email. Oh, it's from Otto. Oh, he already sent us a song.
Oh, we already got one, Brad? Oh, just kidding. Anyway,
No, I'll
absolute
definitely
pleasure.
pick up on that.
All right, man.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really fun.
Where can people listen to some of your work? Where do you got it out there anywhere?
Yeah, it's on my. I mean, the Bond stuff is not on Spotify because that will be. Yeah, it's copyrighted, but it's on all my music is on YouTube, and some of the music is on Spotify. But YouTube is the main place where you can find me, and Facebook,
Okay.
of course. But it
Just,
So
just
YouTube
under your
under-
name.
Cool.
yeah, my YouTube name is Mr. Lulers, which is LOULLERS. Or
Got
you
it.
can just search Otto Nilsson composer, and you'll probably find me. So
Okay.
Badass,
Yeah.
buddy.
By the way, don't look for Charles Lawson on anything because you either get an old Reverend guy or that bastard from frickin' British guy who keeps getting all credits for my stuff.
He's got a guy. We post this shit online. IMDb links fucking Charles
really?
Lawson to this other actor producer guy that is
hilarious.
not Chuck.
It's hilarious.
It's not, and this guy's got the Outrider, our movie, our feature we did.
Really?
He's starring in our movie, and I'm like, Chuck,
He's not in it.
Chuck
but-
got screwed, so we got to figure out how to fix that.
I just my
Hey, those white guys, they all look alike, so it's fine.
dude. He's like 30 years older than me.
You don't look much different.
Asshole.
He's just got hair.
All right, that's it. We got to get him on the show.
We got to get him on the show.
We need.
We're getting all Charles Lawson. We'll have
wanna
the
get-
Reverend in one corner. And
yeah,
I want the
battle-
real actor that's in the Outrider in the studio for once. I'd like to meet him.
the battle of Charles Lawson.
that's right. It was.
Yes.
It's if you look
Quan
up,
Air.
if you
Quan
look
Air, exactly.
if you look up the Outrider on Google,
Yeah.
it pulls up the information and it shows him as
Yes.
the actor for Pastor Paul. And I'm like,
Hilarious.
You got screwed, buddy.
It is
I don't know how to
hilarious.
fix it. We'll have to figure it
I
out.
know.
We have to put in something. We'll request
I don't
it.
know.
You need to claim yourself. Claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be verified.
Yeah. Try that.
Yeah.
When you get a minute. Like when you're on the toilet today. Chuck's been sick too, by the way. So when you're on the toilet today, you have a good 5 hours. You can probably do that work on your phone.
You have to
Am
take your
I?
picture with your ID. Maybe the top of the toilet's not the best thing to have in the background for your picture
never
to
know.
prove you are who you are.
That's a good point.
I'm dead right now. It's
I'm,
fine.
I am the Charles Lawson.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, Otto, I hope you had fun today.
I did. I hope you had fun too.
Oh, we had a blast.
I'd like to thank you for joining us on the show.
Absolutely, my brother.
Thank you for joining us in a cup of coffee, even though we'll probably keep you up until like 1 a.m. because you had coffee,
Probably.
unless you, of course, put a little nip in yours.
But now you have something to do. So if you
Yeah.
are up,
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You have 17 hours to write your.
Don't give him a
7
time
minutes.
There's
limit.
no time frames on
There's
this.
no
Starting
time frame.
now.
He doesn't have to fucking talk to us again if you don't want to.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. He might not ever talk
I
to
know,
us.
but it's
again.
up to him, not us.
We don't have to bribe people, though.
I will
Okay.
probably,
You don't have to bribe people
We're
to be your
bribing you.
friends.
We're bribing you.
Yeah, I will probably want to talk to you again.
Oh, good.
We'd love to talk to you too.
Love that.
Yeah, you're a badass man.
Yeah, you're really fun.
Yeah.
Call us when you get that $200 million budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Well, you keep playing your music, man. You keep working hard.
Yeah,
Because I like what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. I
Great
really
work.
appreciate your music.
Great
And
work.
I'm gonna go and find some more stuff.
Yeah, and
of
everyone
yours.
look him up. That's great.
I hope we can make something together in
Yes.
the future.
Absolutely, brother. Yeah, we're going to keep putting everybody together that we can and try to make something good
Make
and
stuff
great
happen.
out of with everybody talented that we know. So we'll figure something out.
Yes.
I got ideas.
Yeah.
We all do. So
We have tons of ideas. We love collaborating with people. So you'll definitely
You'll hear from us.
Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah,
right,
really.
right now, due to the pandemic, you get to hear me say every week, "Welcome to Around the Reel." But the
Yeah.
whole goal of all of this and everything that we do is to eventually have everybody come under the CCC banner.
Yeah.
So, Creative Collaborative
Yeah.
Coalition.
Work together.
Just
Together.
join together.
Everyone
Yeah.
has something to offer.
And not be
Empire.
Quan.
Yes. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Empire.
fucking Ample did it. Goddamn
Yeah.
Amazon did it.
The leader is a black Viking. Yeah.
Wait, you can't give him. Oh no.
Okay.
Well, like I
boosted
said
his-
before, I
I
said,
boosted his confidence too much.
dude, no. Every team needs a leader. You know,
Yeah.
I accept that. It's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
his head can't get any bigger, so I don't really.
I can take it. That's the
Okay.
difference. I can
No,
take
my head can't get any bigger.
it. That's true.
Fucking bust right out
We're
of my
talking,
skin.
yeah, but that's like physical. We're talking like,
Yeah. Figuratively.
yeah, exactly, figuratively. Thank you. I was stuck
No,
on
but
that
it's been a
word.
blast, really. It's been a blast.
Yeah,
Been
really
an absolute
fun.
joy.
Really, really fun.
Thank you for your time,
You're
Otto.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Otto Nilsson, everybody.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yes.
Thank you again, my brother. Chuck, you want to close the show out, man?
Otto, thank you again for joining us today for a cup of coffee and a conversation. I'm sure you got to know way too much about us, and it was a pleasure getting to know you. But no, that's what we're doing. We are reaching out to anybody and everybody who are creative. So from the music to eventually I'll even want to get somebody who does makeup and everything else on the show.
Yeah.
So we want to get everybody involved and everybody going. So thank you for joining us today on Around the Reel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one, Otto. Thanks, everybody. See you next
Bye-bye.
week.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for tuning
Wait,
in.
remember everybody, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
Oh, for the love of Christ, both of you guys.
You just cut me off, though. Just cut me off. man.
Yeah, because-
Nobody needs to hear the old intro.
Okay,
or
well, I'm
outro.
going to cut you both off and say thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for tuning into Around the Reel.
That's great stuff. So why did they even tune in the first place?
I don't know, but they're glad they did.
Yeah. I think it's because we're trying to inspire people
We are.
and have fun with people.
People that are artists.
Creatives.
Yeah. People that are out there trying to make a living with their art.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's what we're doing.
They're crafty.
Yes.
So have them tune in. And how do they get on our show, Chuck?
You can get on our show by going to our website. Please visit us at cccentertainmentgroup.com. Click on the scheduling link.
It'll send you to me.
Yeah.
Sassy Sam was going to get you all lined up on everything
I'll hook you up with a day and a time.
sometime in 2021 or 2022 because it's filling up fast. So if you want to get on this show,
Get on
I
it.
highly suggest
Get on it.
you start clicking your brains out.
Come be our guest on our show. We'd love to hear your story.
We'd love to hear it.
Make sure you come and visit us on Amazon Prime and OP Prime.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
watch
watch
The
our
Outrider.
movie. Watch our movie. The Outrider.
Yeah, you can watch Marcus
It's good.
Ford kick some fucking ass.
Oh,
This was a perfectly good take until you said
until
that.
you said that.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the show. Bye-bye, guys.